to infinity and beyond.
What's up, everybody? Roger and James here from Infinity and Beyond, presented by DisKingdom.com and DisKingdom.com. In this episode, we're going to be talking about what's going on with Fantastic Four in video games, because last week there was kind of a Marvel Heroes on the PC version kind of pretty much put out a note on their forum saying that they are being removed. As of the end of the month, you could buy them through the currency, but now that it's July, they're gone now. They had to remove them. The only good thing I took from that note was the fact that they said that they've extended their license, and that was part of their license agreement that they were removed. So that's like, yeah, good. That means the game's should be around a little bit longer. No, we don't know how long, or how, could be a 5-year, 2-year, whatever. We don't know. That was good news. Unfortunately, then the forum post got took down, which just smelt of Marvel legal issues that we have had on so many different games over the past. It's that one thing of like, people start reacting to it, and I'm like, no, this is probably just Marvel legal that asked for them to take down, because they do not like anything out there which sort of indicates that there is an issue with Fantastic Four. We all remember the San Diego Comic-Con Ant-Man reveal that took 6 months. But yeah, so
for Disney Infinity, for anyone not following along.
Yeah. Where do you want to start on this one?
Ike Perlmutter, basically the head of Marvel, the guy who is largely responsible for the current disdain that Marvel has for Fantastic Four, and also for the X-Men, while we're at it, because both of those properties are owned by Fox, or at least the movie properties, the movie rights are owned by Fox. And apparently they had a meeting. This was a long while ago. Fox and Ike had a meeting. It didn't go well, and ever since then, Ike has been on the warpath about canceling the X-Men, canceling the Fantastic Four. He did cancel the Fantastic Four. And Fox has been putting out really bad Fantastic Four movies, possibly to spite Marvel. So there's that. But
yes, I wouldn't necessarily say, I think, in all honesty, they want to make money. I don't think necessarily Fantastic Four are being spiteful. I think it's more the fact that they just can't do the job. That's more important.
Well, there's a question of whether the Fantastic Four even make a decent property on their own to begin with. And no, I didn't mean that they intentionally sent it out, as a bad thing. Because that's just bad business all around. You don't want to send something out there and be like, yeah, this is terrible. Don't spend money on it. We spend a lot of money on it, but we don't want any of it back. Nobody does that.
Yeah.
But, they had to maintain the rights, and the contractual agreement is you have to make a movie every X number of years, and they're just like, screw it, put it out there.
Well,
We're keeping the contract.
Rumors of like an animated movie now being put together.
Right. For a kid-centric animated movie, could be okay. I mean, I'll wait until we actually see it.
The trouble is with something like that is you can't help but feel like an animated movie, the way they make their money is through merchandise. It's like, what they do, put it out for 2 days in the cinema and then put it out on DVD just to kind of keep the license running. I don't know. The trouble is with this is it's very much, for what happened with Gazillion with Marvel Heroes, I actually kind of sitting there going, they've taken a bit of heat for that, and then there's also been a lot of people then going, Disney's fans. From a business point of view, from Gazillion, they had their hands tied up. It wasn't there. It's not their problem. It's not their problem. It's not. They got, they had to remove all that content from the game. Most of the other mobile games and stuff haven't got them in. They aren't. Aren't in the Lego game. They're not in everything. They're gone, because essentially, from Marvel's point of view, they have the rights for everything, right, bar the movies. Yeah. They've also got a problem with their theme parks on one side of the coast of America, and this is all because of deals that were done before Disney purchased Marvel. So these are long-running ones when basically Marvel were about to go bankrupt. And you can sit there and look at Marvel, and people are like, they should just get, either put up the money to buy them and get out of this problem, but then Fantastic. Fox might be going, yeah, you can pay us, but it's $1 billion.
It's going to be more than $1 billion.
And you'd be looking at going, or do you go with the opposite system of, do you throttle Fantastic Four to the point where they are worthless in out there, and therefore you get it back because Fox can't use the movies and they get the Personally, I don't think the Fantastic Four are very good characters anyway. I remember having an old VHS tape of the old animated TV series, and I used to watch it, and they had a robot in it, and
Robbie.
Yeah, it's always, to me, they've always felt a bit wimpish. They were, the Thing was great, the Human Torch was good. I never liked the other two. The Incredibles are a lot better version of the same family.
Well, that's what the Incredibles were, of course. Yeah. They were the Fantastic Four. The value of the Fantastic Four isn't necessarily in the Fantastic Four themselves. It's in their villains. Because Marvel has a serious dearth of good villains for their movies right now. But, once the current cycle ends and Thanos has been defeated, spoilers, maybe, who do you follow Thanos with? And you know what? The best answer is probably Doctor Doom, but he's a Fantastic Four character, so they don't have the rights for that. You could also go with a number of other cosmic threats, such as Annihilus or whatever, Galactus. But again, they're Fantastic Four properties.
You've got the Kree as well,
and they do seem to have the control of the Kree, but
not every character.
The Kree, the Kree Overlord, the mastermind, is such a weak villain compared to some of the other ones that are under Fantastic Four control, and that's the real problem.
Yeah.
The other thing, of course, is the Fantastic Four aren't a traditional superhero team. They're not supposed to be a superhero team. They're supposed to be more of an Indiana Jones kind of story.
Yeah.
They just happen to have really cool powers while they're doing it. But trying to set them into an Avengers-style story just doesn't work. It's not their wheelhouse.
No, it definitely it's that thing of like Marvel kind of, this is the trouble, is they've inherited a problem, and they've got so limited. The options are buy the way out of it, or don't promote it. And from a business point of view, I can see the fact of, if you've got option A or option B. Option A, I get all the money for. This is mine. I can do what I want. It's my creation, and I can do. But this one here, I've got other people like milking off of it, or I haven't got full control. Who are you going to put all your eggs on? You're going to do this because this doesn't work. Now there might be a lot of people that are like, "Whoa, I love Fantastic Four. I shouldn't have to, have Guardians of the Galaxy and the Defenders and stuff." But from Disney's point of view and Marvel's point of view, why would you promote something which somebody else is making money off of you? And they can make a kickback off it. I feel with X-Men, I think a deal has been done in some way because things have changed, or they literally have decided that this strategy isn't working for the X-Men because it's like, no, we can still make money off this. This isn't going anywhere. Deadpool and Wolverine, they are just going to continue. We can't stop this.
X-Men is too big at this point for Marvel to effectively damage it. They honestly can't even really damage the Fantastic Four. If the movie had been good, this would be a completely different tune. They still might, be pitching their hissy fit and no one else can play with the Fantastic Four in the video games or whatever, but at least the movie would have been good. The X-Men, though, despite what Capcom America may say, people love the X-Men. They know who the X-Men are, and for anybody who missed it, Capcom came out and tried to explain why Wolverine and Magneto aren't in Marvel. Marvel versus Capcom is like, we don't think people know who the X-Men are. It's like, you've heard of Logan, Deadpool, X-Men First Class. I think people know who the X-Men are, and I get it. This is the same situation. Capcom. In that case, they couldn't say Marvel won't let us use them because they're pitching a hissy fit.
Yeah.
They had to come up with another reason, and that reason was really stupid. But it's not Capcom's fault. No. This is not Gazillion's fault. This is not the fault of any of the app developers who want to use Reed Richards, who want to use the Thing and the Human Torch. But dang it, Marvel. And there is a third option here, and the third option is not ideal for Marvel because they want to have creative control, but it's simply to be like, all right, we can either pitch the hissy fit or we can get what we can get from this until, maybe we can play nice with Fox at some point and we can arrange a deal like Sony did with Spider-Man.
I think they're in a situation where like Spider-Man makes enough money either way that they can't do it with. They've got to, and the fact they're working with Sony, I think there's a lot of heat on Fox for not coming up with it. You know, there was deals of like, you know, can we make an X-Men character to get the Fantastic Four back? You know, there's been lots of rumors and stuff going around. But if Fox don't get a movie out, they lose the contract because there's something in there that, you know, they've got to get it out by like 2020. I can't remember exactly when it is. But the trouble is, all the time they're making bad movies, all they're doing is delaying the inevitable. Because so many characters like Daredevil, I think that might be the thing from Fox is they let Daredevil go and didn't do anything with him, and then they turned into a massive Netflix series. Personally, I think what Fox are doing with the X-Men is ridiculous because all the different TV series are gifted. Personally, they are watering down the X-Men so much that they're becoming worthless because the branding is just weak.
Well, they're following Marvel's own strategy in that case because in the comic books, they've watered down the X brand, the Avengers brand, the Iron Man brand, the Spider-Man brand so massively in the comics that they've actually done more damage this way than they've done to the Fantastic Four by not publishing a Fantastic Four book.
But no,
I mean,
it's
Marvel. You're acting like a child.
Well, the thing is I wouldn't agree with the fact of looking at being like a child. It's simply the fact is you have got hundreds of characters. These characters are not fully usable. They can't be used properly. They can't be utilized. They're not bringing in enough money. Why, they can, and I think they're trying a different strategy. And I think, personally, I think it's working because, when that last Fantastic Four movie came out, that did more damage to and as I'm saying, that Fox could be, Marvel could be looking at Fox and go, look, you're putting out awful movies. You've got no idea what you're doing. You're damaging it worse. So we got to get this contract out of the way. There was so much talk of, that X-Men TV series being done because Marvel got the Fantastic Four rights back, and that doesn't seem to be the case. But also, Marvel are working with Fox on Gifted and Legion, and it's such an odd little thing, all these deals. And we've talked about it in the past about Universal Studios with the Incredible Hulk movie and the theme parks. There's all these really bad contracts that got made to keep Marvel going, but Disney have to put up the money to get out of it. And so if you feel like you're being almost blackmailed, they could see it a different way, and you got to look at it from the other point of view. Fox sometimes come across as the bad guy, sometimes Marvel do, but at the end of the day, it's business, and these characters are up to Marvel what they want to do with them. And if they basically want to just strangle them out so people are going to remember them.
But that's the thing is Marvel can't strangle them out. They can try, but it would take literally decades to get the X-Men out of the social conscious. It'll take decades to get them the Fantastic Four out of the social conscious. I understand their point of view. I understand that they want creative control over their own characters. That is 100%, what any writer or creator or whatever wants. They want to control their own characters. It's the way they're fighting this battle, which is stupid. Damaging their own property.
Yeah.
Trying to be like, well, if we can't have the toys, then nobody can have the toys. It doesn't help them at all. And it does not hurt Fox at all.
No.
That not publishing Fantastic Four will not make the slightest bit of difference whether the next Fantastic Four movie is good or not, or whether or not people will see it or not.
Yeah, the thing is, well, if they suddenly get this animated movie out and then they extend it, and that's another 10 years. But there again, it gets to that point that if Fox just keep churning it because they're desperate to keep a hold of a license because they think it's going to be hot, it might just eventually just be this brand. You've got to think 10 years down the line, if there is nothing Fantastic Four out there, no merchandise, no comic books, no new stories. If they eventually get those rights back, man, are they going to be able to make a killing, because they're then going to be able to boost them back up again.
Or they can try to, because if you actually get to the point where you have damaged the brand that much, maybe you don't want it back. They can try. They tried with the Inhumans.
Yeah.
And we've seen just exactly how well that's gone over. But
yeah,
I mean, yeah,
wait till that series on that. I think the trouble is with the Inhumans is that they've always come across as like the X-Men spin-off that didn't really work.
well, I mean that's literally what they are. Is they were the X-Men replacement because Marvel didn't have the X-Men. I mean, yes, they've existed since the '60s or whatever, but yeah, trying to push them into the spotlight was ill-conceived. It didn't work out. I know why they tried it. It's obvious why they tried it, and it's I wish them the best of luck with the Inhumans miniseries that's coming out. I will definitely.
Yeah, I definitely watch.
The thing is, we criticize and we want everyone to succeed here. We want the movies to be good. We want the TV shows to be good. We want the comics to be good. We want to have cool action figures that we can play with. Cool. I want to have Wolverine in Marvel vs. Capcom. I want to have Reed Richards. I actually don't really want Reed Richards, but I want people who want Reed Richards in the games to have him. We want what's best for everybody. It's just I wish both these companies would act like adults and just figure out what the hell they were going to do with this stuff.
Personally, I think it's going to come down to two things: Fox making a big enough mess of it that they have to hand it back, or they just contract expires, or Disney finally just go, right, we're fed up of all this Marvel stuff. Here's a blank check to Fox. Go away, or do the deal with, I don't know. It's definitely complicated, and the trouble is it gets people confused because people think like Fox only own the movie rights, and that's the problem. Because Disney, they can do what they want with the figures, toys, cartoon series, anything. They can TV series. I think it wouldn't even surprise me if Fox, if they could probably even do a TV series of the Fantastic Four if they really wanted to. But it's just licenses, and it's such a pain in the bum. But on that note, we'd love to know what you guys think of Fantastic Four and the issues that go on and why they can't come into video games and why they're getting taken out and stuff. Love to know your thoughts on that. James, where can they find you?
HeroicLegacy.com.
Okay, and also you can find us over at DisKingdom.com, DisKingdom.com, currently giving away a copy of Guardians of the Galaxy, the Telltale game this month, so you can find all the information over on those websites. On that note, guys, thank you very much for watching. See you guys soon. Laters.